Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee and you're watching the Youth Code Jam Puzzle Club series. Today we're going to be looking at Morse Code. If you haven't heard of Morse Code before, it's a really cool way of representing words and ideas using only dashes and dots. So Morse Code has a special alphabet that kind of corresponds to the alphabet that we know with letters like A, B, and C. But each letter is represented by different series of in combinations of dashes and dots. It was first developed so that people could send messages over really long distances just by being able to kind of tap it out and not having to send words or type words before we were able to type things to each other. But nowadays, you can use it to send signals when you're not able to talk to somebody or if you want to share secret messages with a friend. And so we'll be looking at that today. Here's how Morse code works. You'll be given a series of dashes and dots, and your goal is to figure out what the message is. What are the dashes and dots trying to tell you? And if you've never worked with Morse code before, that's totally okay because we have a special chart to help us figure out what the message is going to be. And we're going to go through some examples together. So here we have our Morse code message at the top, and each of these flashes can tell us where there's going to be a new word, and that'll help us out a lot. So let's take a look. Our first word is two dots, and if I look for two dots, I see under the I that there's two dots here. So far we have I. We have a dash by itself. I look for that in the chart, and that's a T. I see dot, dash, dot, and looking for that, I see that means R. So now we have I, new word TR. Dot, dash is A, so TRA. Dash dot is N, so we have TRAN. And the order matters for these symbols, and the number matters too, so be very careful. So we have I, TRAN, three dots, looks like S, that one's pretty easy. TRANS, I have dot, dash, dot, dot. Let's see, dot, dash, dot, dot, where are you? Here we are, L, dot, dash, dot, dot. So I, TRANSL, and you can write this down if you're following along, but I don't have a pen and paper with me, so I'll just keep repeating them so we can figure out what our word is. So we have ITRANSL, and then we have dot dash, which we know is A from before. So TRANSLA, the dash by itself is T, the dot by itself is E, dash, dot, dot. Let's see. Dash, dot, dot. Here we are, that's a D. So we have I, TRANSLATED, which spells translated. So I translated, that's a big word. The dash by itself, is T. And the four dots make up H. One dot is E. So we have I translated the. Two dashes is M. One dot is E. Three dots is S. Oh, and then we have another three dots, so that's two S's. So MESS. And then dot dash is A. Dash dash dot is G. And the singular dot, the singular dot here is E. So we have MESSAGE. So I translated the message, and then we have dash dot dash dash. let's see, looks like that's a Y. Dot dash is A, and we have another dash dot dash dash, which is Y. So our message translates to, I translated the message, yay. And we did indeed, we just translated the message. So obviously, I think it would be a lot easier to keep track of what you've translated so far if you had a pen and paper to write it down. So definitely use one if you're trying to solve one of these puzzles. Another strategy that you can do is to look for all of the things that are the same. So like all of these 3 dots I could look for. And if I know that's an S, then I can just replace all of these with an S. So I could go chronologically, like in order, or I could do it by letter. Both of those will give you the same answer. And so now you can go try some on your own. Now that you know how to use Morse code, you can look up messages, or you can ask a friend to write you one, or you could write a message using Morse code and send it in a letter. You can write the symbols, or you can tap them out. You can blink them to people. Lots of cool ways to use Morse code. Lots of really awesome uses for that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next video.